if we do our job right, more and more folks will take a look and make that move from internal combustion over to EV. I got on my first Lightning and I was floored. I had one of the best jobs in the world. Honestly, the Lightning just keeps getting better.
We are here down at Electrify Expo in Austin, Texas, and we're here at a very special Ford booth. Behind me, we have an incredible dirt track that's been set up for the new Mustang Mach-E Rally, and these guys are just going nuts. They're fishtailing and oversteering, understeering, jumping these things. It's pretty incredible. But behind me here is the Ford Lightning, and with me here, guys, is Jason Mase. Jason, thank you so much for joining us here.
Hey,
Jason is with the Ford Lightning EV Trucks Marketing. Tell us a little bit about what you do for Ford.
Yeah, so I have one of the best jobs in the world. I get to work on the marketing for the Lightning, so what features we put in it, getting customer feedback to make sure that it gets even better every year. And honestly, the Lightning just keeps getting better.
It does. It does. I completely agree. Now, this model behind us here is the Flash Edition. That's kind of a new one I haven't seen. I know you guys did the blackout version of it. We've seen the Platinum and the Lariat and all that sort of thing. What does the Flash give us over and above those vehicles?
Yeah, so the
Or differently?
No, thanks. So the Flash for us was listening to customer feedback that, hey, we love the extended range battery, 320 miles. We love the technology, a 15-inch touchscreen, wireless charging on a pad, passive entry and passive start to get in without a key. All those great features that were a little bit higher in the lineup have come down, and we put together a great value. So it starts at about $68,000, and that is a sweet spot for EV truck buyers right now. So the Flash is really bringing up-level features into a more affordable space, and it's actually been our most popular model so far in 24 model year.
Oh, wow. That's fantastic. I mean, obviously the consumer base is looking for utility. They're loving those features that, I mean, I've watched a few interviews with Jim Farley, your CEO, and he's mentioned that, you know, when you guys started developing the Lightning program, there was things like the Mega Power Frunk and the 240 power and just using the truck as a power bank that were kind of like auxiliary kind of features. Now they become kind of the main gig.
They have. I mean, once, honestly, I had multiple F-150 internal combustion trucks before. I got on my first Lightning and I was floored, first off, when you have EV acceleration, right?
Yes.
0 to 60 in under 4 seconds.
I heard it's quicker than the Raptor.
It is. There's a little competition there, but it is quicker than the Raptor. But when you have EV acceleration in under 4 seconds, when you have a Mega Power Frunk to have dry storage when you go do things, as a trucker used to putting things in the box, it's still there for all those wet, dirty loads.
Yeah.
But then you've got 2 ways to store things. It is phenomenal. But to your point, when the Flash came to be, people were saying, okay, I love the range, I love the features, I love the tech, and those are things we could do more of, and that was all from customer feedback. And that's, if we do our job right, more and more folks will take a look and make that move from internal combustion over to EV. But for us at Ford, it's about power of choice, right? Internal combustion, hybrid, EV, a little something for everyone, and the Raptor, obviously, but a little something for everybody.
Awesome. Oh, well, we'll put it out there, Jim. We need an EV Raptor. Like, give us, you can have the gas one, but give us an EV one too. Come on, one day. But it's really cool. What I love about Ford, differently than many of the legacy OEMs, is you guys are kind of developing that relationship with your customer base to develop your products. Rather than, you know, we'll build it and they'll buy whatever we make. It's kind of shifted from that. Those are like kind of days gone by to like, hey, here's our idea, here's the concept for the vehicle. What do you like about it? What do you not like about it? And we'll iterate with the customer base to kind of give them what they want and a better experience. What would you say to that? Is that kind of the ethos there?
That is, and really that's part of why the design looks the way it does. It is an F-150 first and foremost, right? And we have been the leader in trucks for 48 consecutive years. And you do that by listening to your customers. And if you take that shape that people recognize and you bring the capability, the payload, the towing, the dependability, the build Ford tough, but then you bring that modern tech in. And that was a key to get folks to trust us. They look to us as a truck leader. They look to us for someone that will put the right technology in to make your life easier, not just for tech's sake. And that's really what the Lightning has been about. Right. And you mentioned early on the usage for the 240 outlet in the back for power on board. When power goes out here in Texas and someone needs that support to power the home, they can do it.
Yeah.
Or you're out on a remote site like this morning, we were making breakfast burritos plugged into the truck. there are all these things that it came about by asking customers, how would you use it? And it makes a world of difference when you actually listen to your customers.
Yeah, absolutely. And how's it been kind of your response here? I mean, obviously in the South, this is truck country, this is Texas, and how's the Lightning kind of been as far as adoption and that sort of thing? I know that there are definitely some barriers to entry kind of with introducing these new technologies, but I mean, this is a truck. It's a 100% truck. So what's kind of been Ford's experience down here in the South?
It's been great, actually, and I say that not just on the marketing guy, but it has really been great because as people get in and drive a Lightning, they are blown away. I mentioned the acceleration. They're blown away by how quiet it is. The fact we put an independent rear suspension. People have known trucks when they're unloaded can be a little bouncy, a little hoppy. A lot of those things are enhanced for daily driving, but then when you need to use it like a truck, people are like, holy cow, I can still tow 10,000 pounds. I can still haul over 2,000 pounds in the box. All those capability points are still there. A locker to go off-roading. All those things that you'd want to have on a ranch here in Texas, or if you're just doing towing a boat to a lake, all those things. So it's been well received, but I mentioned earlier for us, it is really about choice on F-Series. So you can have everything up to a Raptor, you can have the internal combustion, you can have a hybrid. For Ford, it is, we're saying basically we want to have all those choices based on how people want to use the truck on a daily basis.
Fantastic. And as far as the form factor here too, I love the idea that you guys can use the same accessories, a lot of the same accessories between whether it's gas, hybrid, or fully electric, obviously. So if a guy's got a cap off of his gas, he can just transfer it over onto the electric if he wants to switch over or whatever like that. So that's really, really handy. One of the things I was going to ask you as far as charging network, now I understand that Tesla's charging network, now Ford, and I know Farley and Musk have been speaking together and kind of getting along. And I'm driving by some of these, well, I drive a Tesla, and so I see now there's Lightnings all over the place at these charger networks, and I'm sure, I mean, speak to that, like how's that been as far as helping your consumer base with the adoption of these vehicles, with towing and that sort of thing? How's that been for you guys?
Well, charging access is a key selling point for any EV, right? Whether you have a Tesla or a Ford or whatever product you choose. And for us, we're really proud of the Blue Oval Charge Network. It is the single largest charging network in the United States, and that's because we didn't stick with one partner. We bring many partners together, try to make it as easy as possible through the app, like basically one account, and be able to plug and charge a number of places. And by bringing the Tesla network in, it just brought more peace of mind, more charging locations, certainly for fast charging, and that makes a world of difference. So we're always looking for ways to expand the network and make it as easy as possible to find charging on the go, even though the data would say most people are charging at home. But you're going to be out and about every now and then. You're going to go on a longer trip. It's great to know you have that peace of mind with the Blue Oval Charge Network. Absolutely.
So Jason, let me ask you, as a guy you've been working on the program for over 3 years, I think you mentioned.
Yeah.
What's your favorite feature of the Ford Lightning?
It's kind of like asking which child is your favorite. I mean, you're always going to make someone upset.
I got to put you on the spot. Come on, man.
Actually, the one that I still probably love the most is the Mega Power Frunk. And I say that because I coach baseball, and I throw all the dirty stuff in the back, and I do all the truck things you would do, but when I need to keep something clean and dry, I know I can put it up there and secure. I love the Mega Power Frunk, but then a close second is probably the Pro Power on board. As a coach, I'll throw my arm out, like pitching to the team so many pitches. So I actually bought a pitching machine. I run the extension cord.
Oh, wow.
I put that out the mount, and I pitch to a bunch of high schoolers that way so that I don't blow the arm out. But I love the fact that I can, on both ends of the truck, I can do some really cool things that I couldn't do before.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Listen, Jason, thank you so much for taking some time with us. We love the Ford Lightning. The community loves it. We love what Ford is doing, kind of partnering with that consumer base and iterating based on their feedback. You guys are on the right path. And so, big props to you guys. Thank you so much, man.
Thanks,
Appreciate it. Thank you.